I was working at home, working at the feeding Emanans. I were working on my stuff, and I worked on it, and that's it. But I didn't understand this because I didn't know you and you were coming up to here.
It was spontaneous idea to come. We just thought, let's go visit Joann.
Oh, it's wonderful. I'm so here to see you and bear you, and I'm thinking, my God, he's him, there she's, there's her, and where are we going to feed food for them? How are we going to care of them? How are we going to...
Don't worry. I am doing chores for Joann's teacher at Music and Art High School. I glance up to see a petite girl watching me. She's all eyes. I notice her full lips. Joann is 17. I meet Jo again in college. She works on huge canvases. I remember her jumping to reach the top. It appeared that she was dancing. We share an apartment on East 9th Street. The East Village is our neighborhood. Late at night, we have lentil soup and rye bread at the B&H Dairy on 2nd Avenue. Sometimes after school, we'd catch the subway to her family's house in Howard Beach, Queens. The penny gum from station vending machines did nothing to stave off hunger. A rich aroma of home cooking greets us at the door. Joann's mother Millie has bowls of beef barley soup waiting with thick slices of rye bread and butter near our spoons. Many nights we worked till dawn to finish art projects for school. There were nights I fell asleep and woke at dawn to find Joann, head on her drafting table, fast asleep. Her sister Francine's radio played all night. In those days, Joey smoked cools and ate everything. Women were not allowed in McSorley's bar, so we'd stand in the street, peer in the window smelling beer and peanuts every time the door opened. We have enough to eat.
You did good. You made a perfect place for us.
Yay! All right, if you miss and miss. To press to a musician altit. Because Natalar do Kokorokoto, Itito Karantakiri,
Oh, you're speaking too fast.
That's right, so I didn't have to say anything.
The faster you talk, the less you have to say.
My re so te go be.
Joann and Debra sat across from me in a circle of students during a talk on tantric yoga. They had an understated comedy routine going on between them. Joann was more cosmopolitan, but she fell asleep during the colloquium. Weeks later, I became interested in Debra. According to her, they discussed me from adjacent stalls in the ladies' room. Joann was not interested, and so Debra could have at it. It being me. Joann has been my adopted sister-in-law for 49 years. 49 years ago, I worked for David Weinrib, a prominent New York City sculptor twice my age. David held jazz sessions in his loft on Green Street. He played the drums. Richard Van Buren played trumpet. Philip Wolford played sax. I attended one session with my flute. My girlfriend Debra and her girlfriend Joann That night, David Weinrib and Joann Weiss traded glances and smiles, and soon my employer was the other man on our double dates. As college students, we were honored by this configuration. Joe joined David in Japan. He was there on a sculpture grant.
In India, Joann and David studied yoga, then wrote a book on their practice. She discovered that she was a healer. So, back to undergraduate school for science, and then on to chiropractic school.
You want some food?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought so.
that's exactly what I like.
Okay, I'll go get you some food.
Oh, would you really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
I'm
find.
sorry, I didn't know that you didn't want to get this, but I love you and I like this so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mwah.
I love you.
I love you too.
And thank you. And I'll give you money if you need it.
You don't need money. They give it to you here.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll be right back.
Okay, darling.
Did you do any drawing today?
Drawing. Now, I think I did, and it was a very thing. I moved into some strange things, and it was a very triff of it in it, because I forgot of a lot of things, not eating enough to what I was in the mesas where I wanted to do it in.
Okay.
And that was not very good. So I was kind of cis and knit, because I could have done it.
Look what I got you, Joann.
You did?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
After India, Joann, David, Debra, and I had many years of vacations in the country and by the ocean. Dr. Joann Weinrib, chiropractor, had a thriving practice on LaGuardia Place and then University Place.
Oh, look at that. Did you really collect me? Were I gorgeous when you did it?
You're
were.
always gorgeous.
Yes.
Yes, of course. We will back the whole police of the people in here coming in down, and they'll be filming and telling me how I was wonderful, and I was joking.
Of course.
I do cheer myself.
You do, don't you? You cheer us all.
Yes, dupe.
No duping.
No duping.
No.
Did you make friends with the people who are here?
Who?
Some of the other people who live here.
Oh. Wow. That person lives in this place,
Yeah.
and he's a circus of enjoyed it. He's working on there.
I think so.
Does he caro rem the place? The
Yeah, he probably does.
yeah.
Did you notice him doing that?
Yeah.
What is it like?
Boosh. I've got to get my boo now, go. Because I don't have it, nothing. You know I don't, I gotta go ahead. I don't go to bed. I'm no silk I don't you hurl me, don't hide me, anyone, or dump me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't you know I left my way to say it's so much fun to have? Look to tear abatement man, what you see, say I see you land. Tila-lek the lead to the bed, bled the time. I'll take the sky, I'll tell them all my. Oh, let go.
Let him go in
They moved to a loft in Chelsea, where they live until now. The Weinribs provided us with years of rich cultural adventure in the heart of New York City. They served exotic and colorful dinners, surrounded by David's drawings. We went to museums and ashrams, parties, openings, and a sail on the Hudson River.
So how long have you been living here?
Tonight?
Okay.
We stay here, we come here about doing moored in the last, getting more.
Okay.
Do you remember? It's getting better and better as the purrs. I don't know why or how, but it was a really true, that it's just like me and you knew each other and had something else, and I don't know, but we got it, and we found, and we got everything back.
I have a little bit of discomfort here, Joe. Can you help me with that?
In 1995, Joann began photographing David entangled with his sculpture. A few years later, she invited Debra to be in the photographs with David and his work.
better?
Yeah.
Can you say how it's better?
Because the other table on these people don't have a phonus goes Dan's side, which is very unnoticing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I don't know what the hell I was doing it, or maybe sometimes in the words, because I like to work out those kind of things. Beeping this stuff out and going Rajan and blah, 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 blah. You know, all the things you do.
Yes.
And he said, now I'm going down because you goddamn kook. You didn't do a thing when you don't make them right. Yeah. And you can't do around a person and not get a bad thing. It's going to be a bad one. Because then that martyr is a big martyr to know that, oh my God, I have my bag. God damn it, I was going to take the 340 to take this with him so I could get over there and get over and take that Matori.
During a visit to our house about 5 years ago, I noticed that Joann asked me the same question several times during each meal.
It was nothing, but I had to do it.
I see.
It was a nurse, the nurse in the place. And in the nurse, it was actually nice.
Over the next few years, she seemed to remember less and less.
If you played it, then it'll play out good.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to do that.
If you play it, it'll have to play out good.
Yeah, sure, right.
So what are your plans for tomorrow?
Mommy is here. Where is he?
All right, what do you want? About, be me, to space, to be the best, of course, for me.
Stay right there. Don't move your head because you have another.
Later, there were conversations of diagnosis with David. In subsequent visits, I was determined to bring our collective creativity to each event. Joann and I took to singing gibberish to each other, as if we were characters in an opera. During a recent visit to their loft, David showed me drawings, portraits of him by Joe. He drew the shape of his head, and she drew his features. 90 years old, David's health is diminished, and now Joann resides at this home where we are visiting her.